decompress, you open it, stank. It's stank.
It is a stank. And
Stank.
do you have a favorite load?
I was driving. I'm good
Uncle
for a suck.
Cracker?
I'm good for a suck anytime. I didn't give him that name. Also,
Wow, that's a great idea.
that is a really good idea.
Keep your virginity safe, locked up, and
So that's good for like the Amish. You with $1 billion would be a monster.
100%.
I mean, a good person.
I'm game. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast, episode 250.
Damn, isn't that nice?
That's a great. that's a great number. It's like a quarter of 1,000.
Yeah. It
Close.
almost came out.
Almost got me.
Quarter of 1,000.
Quarter of 1,000.
So we're a long way away from 1,000, pretty
we're
much.
a long way away from 1,000.
But we'll get there.
Like we were discussing this earlier. We used to put out 2 podcasts a week. On that rate, we were way,
Yeah, we were
on track to get to 1,000. By the time
by yesterday.
yesterday.
That math
What
does
were
not
we
work
going-
out right.
How many? It would still take you so many weeks to get.
It would
1,000.
still take many. I mean,
It would
It'd
take
take 10 years.
It would take 10 years.
It would
still take
a
10
long
years.
time.
We were on track to get there in no time.
Yeah. 10
we,
years?
We were on a 104 episode per year track.
Yeah.
Now we are on a 52 episode per year track.
So it's going to take us 20 years.
It's gonna take
Jeez.
us.
We'll get there.
Well,
We'll get
we
there.
already got 250.
So it'll take us 16 years. I don't know the ratio math.
No, it'll take us. Here
Think it's
comes
You're gonna do the
comes
math?
the math.
15 more years.
800. That's make it.
Where'd you get 800?
Well, that's how much is left.
No,
no,
seven-
No, it'll
That's how much is left.
approximately
14
15 more years.
years.
I said this from the start.
That was it. It was quick math for me. 15
Yeah,
years.
that was the fastest math Danny has ever done.
What do you think you'll be doing in 15 years?
Maybe, hopefully, I'll be dead.
Well, maybe we'll all be.
We'll all be.
No, I don't know. 15 years. Wow.
What would you be? 40?
Boy, oh boy.
be
How
fo-
old are we?
We'll be 40.
25.
Right now?
Yeah.
25.
We'll be
25?
40.
I was gonna say what did I think 15 years ago, but I was 10, so I wasn't really thinking anything.
Yeah, I barely knew how to speak. You just learned how to talk.
I know. Isn't it funny that when you're a child, and you're learning how to speak and think and care about things, you everything everything means so much. It's like when you first learn to care about something, whether it be a toy or a game or a something or other, that's like the biggest thing
Yeah.
for you ever.
Yeah, when you're a kid and your favorite toy gets taken away, you just start crying. But now, if something I really enjoy breaks, I go, "That's fucking life." It's like every time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just even in high school, you're starting to learn about things like what do you care about in this world, and you feel like this is my grandstand.
What's the grandstand?
I don't
What
know.
was an example?
Yeah, what was it? What was
I
your
mean,
grandstand at
Because
18?
what it's starting to sound like to me is that you used to care about stuff,
and
and
it's
now you
over.
care about nothing. And you're like, remember when you sound like Dennis Reynolds. Like, remember when we used to care about shit?
Remember when things used to
I
matter?
still care for stuff.
I know. I guess so.
Danny's really encapsulated the is what it is.
No. I mean, I guess so. But I feel like as you get older, you start to realize how powerless you are.
Oh my God, can we stop with this? I don't wanna-
What's on your index card?
we do this every time.
Listen, okay,
What's on the
never mind,
index
never mind,
cards?
never mind.
You go to this place in the ether.
Okay.
Index cards are back.
I had a.
Is there a math problem on there? Is that what I saw?
had a. Oh my God! I had a laundry crisis.
God,
Absolute.
Let's go back to the existential stuff.
You're like a mother.
Absolute laundry crisis, I tell you. So, do you have a favorite load?
Meaning,
Yeah,
like temperature
yeah,
wise.
a good morning load is the best.
Yeah. No, a favorite load is in
whites, colors.
What could that possibly?
let's say all your no, not like that. Let's say first of all, everybody knows that separating your whites and colors is a myth told to us by parents. That is not true.
Yeah, and from the 1800s.
Because I've been mixing them and nothing has happened.
That's why you have a
not a
problem with
single thing has
laundry
happened.
every day.
That is not why.
This is currently a laundry problem you're having.
Yeah, but
how do you know it's not causing
It has nothing to do with the colors. Either way.
But wait, doesn't if you bleach it, it matters. If you use bleach,
I'll
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah, of course.
I have not used bleach one time
I don't know
in my whole career.
Yeah, I don't know where I don't even know where I'd buy bleach.
Yeah, where do you put the bleach? I feel like I would just
I got
dump it
mine
in
from
my.
Home Depot, but I don't know if that's.
What
You're
do you,
using
why
Home,
do you
you're
get
using
it?
Home Depot bleach.
Remember, I cleaned the outdoor, the backyard.
JT's cleaning weeds and then with that same stuff
No, bro,
doing
it
his
was
laundry.
paint all over the backyard.
Oh yeah, let's go there.
Okay. Either way, laundry situation. So it wasn't actually me doing the laundry bad. It's just I did. Oh, sorry. What I mean by my favorite load is that
we got off
you
track.
ever you ever like go through all of your clothes and someone says you can do one load of laundry. You pick your favorite things, all of your favorite clothes. My favorite shirts, my favorite underwear, my favorite pants. I'll do a quick load, and then I'll have like my favorite stuff for the next.
So
10,
it's your
5
favorite
days.
outfit.
So it's like my favorite outfits.
who
It's
is-
all of my most important clothes?
Who is this laundry supreme master
Genie,
that
yeah.
that's
What are you
that's
talking
forcing you to only pick certain
No,
clothes
I'm
that you
just-
laundry with?
You said
That's because
try
the house
to keep
has
water
a leak.
to a minimum.
The house sprung a leak.
Okay.
That's not my fault.
Okay, yeah,
it's
all right.
probably your thousands of loads.
Here comes the context. Our house sprung a leak. Antonio says, keep laundry to a minute, keep water usage to a minimum. So I say, okay, I have no clothes left, so I'm gonna do my favorite load.
First mistake.
That's the point. Did my favorite load. Everything's going great. Tide Pods, whole thing. Everything's good. Then I put it in the dryer. Bada bing. And then I go out, somewhere to like a friend's house or something, and I leave it in the dryer. But that's what I do sometimes. Sometimes the dryer's done, you leave it in the dryer.
I asked Danny to do as little laundry as possible because the house is dying, and
Hold on.
and what he does is 10 loads of laundry.
Well, no, I wouldn't need to do it if this hadn't happened. I left it in the dryer. Turns out there was a lot of hoodies in there, and as the dryer was tumbling, it pushed open the door of the dryer and stopped the machine. So now all of these clothes are sopping wet, and I don't come home that night, so they're just sitting there. And then I kind of just forget about it the next day, and then I'm like, oh, my clothes, and I go to get them. It's
Gotta rewash them.
oh my god,
Yeah.
it's more than a rewash. I mean, this is like you ever go to soccer practice and leave your practice clothes in your drawstring bag for like 2 or 3 days?
I've never
And then
done
you-
that.
And
I've
then
done
you
that.
and then you open it and you go, oh my god, it's like a terrible stench.
How are you guys so disgusting?
That is
No, for me, it's like when you go on vacation, and then like maybe the last day you go in the pool, and then you're like, "Fuck, I have this wet
Yes.
bathing suit."
Oh
so
my
you pack
God.
this wet bathing suit into your travel bag.
Uh-huh.
You get home, maybe you leave the travel bag somewhere. You got to decompress. You open it, stank.
it's stank. It is a stank,
Stank.
and there's a stank all over my favorite load. And so
Hey,
Danny's
bro.
favorite load stinks.
my favorite load stinks. And so that's the real crisis.
And now
so
the-
I bought a bunch of like new, very fragrant soap to try to fix it. But I'm really in a crisis because of that. There's hundreds of dollars worth of clothes in there.
Yeah, so that one load of laundry to not break the house turned into 10. Danny is destroying this house.
Now I do have to.
one hole at a time.
So what do you have to do now to fix it?
I have to do
More laundry.
I'm
You see,
splitting
I
it-
just
I'm
rewash it.
I'm
That's what I'm
splitting
saying.
it. I tried that. Still had a
How long
twinge.
did you leave it for?
It was there.
You know what it is? It's
probably a week.
Since the
No, it wasn't.
because if you leave wet clothes out, they stink. But if you dry them for a sec, now it's hot and
That's,
wet.
that's what he tried to do.
It's hot and wet,
hot
and
and
it's in a
wet,
dark place,
and
metal container. It's basically a petri dish.
It's
in there.
laundry 101. It was mildewy, and then he just tried to dry it and cover it up like paint.
No, I re-washed them.
I don't believe you.
Anyway, so there's still a twinge, so we'll see what happens. But the point is, the one load turned into 10 loads.
Don't you love it when one load turns into 10? That's a good
Yeah.
day.
That
Mother
is-
loves it.
All right. You know what? You're always bringing up my goddamn mother, JT.
Anyway, sorry, I just need to get that off.
Yeah,
my
thank you
chest.
for breaking the house.
Okay, next, let's go to something more topical. Did you see that the guy who founded Oculus made a VR machine that kills you if you die in the game?
Was that real?
It was real.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, he's not going to sell it, but he did make it.
Did he make the schematics for it, or did he make it?
I saw a thing. I don't know if it was a rendering or a piece of a real object, but I saw the thing. It has like 3 spikes on top, which I assume go into your brain.
Oh, it's not like an explosive. It's like a cattle thing. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
oh god, that sucks. Also, do you know how easy it is to die in games? It's not even like it's hard to do.
I think you'd have to make a specific game for this thing,
Also, so this guy's the new Jigsaw.
Yeah.
He's just becoming
Imagine-
Saw.
I mean, he sold his company Oculus to Facebook for $2 billion. So what else do you do with your time?
I guess you turn into Jigsaw. Imagine someone like kidnaps you and puts you in a VR headset that'll kill you if you don't win a game. Imagine someone put Danny in that. It's over.
Is there any game that, like, let's say, let you pick your game? Is there even a game that you could beat without dying once?
Minecraft survival.
That's hard.
That is
Oh
hard.
no, sorry. Minecraft creative. My bad. Creative. That could be creative mode. Like, well, I'll be a god with this immortality.
I would still get nervous. Can you even die in Minecraft?
Nah,
Creative
you
mode?
literally can't. It's
What
literally.
if you just go into a bucket of lava?
I'm telling. If you manage to die in Minecraft creative, I don't know what you did.
What are some like famous games that do like no death playthroughs? Because those are things.
I mean, the hardest
The hard
games,
ones,
usually
yeah,
the
like
hard
Elden
ones.
Ring,
Yeah,
Dark Souls.
like Resident Evil 2, no damage, no saves. It's like I'm not playing that with a bomb strapped to my head.
True.
I think I'm doing GTA because I could live. I could go to a strip club. I could blow up a plane.
That's just life simulator.
Yeah, it's just life simulator. Or maybe
Sure, when you're in VR.
Yeah, and I'm in VR. And if some loser decides to roll up in his Bugatti and shoot me and I'm dead, I mean, what can you do? That could happen in real life too.
I think I like the idea of it. Like I know what he's trying to say. She's trying to do like, well, people kind of see VR in the real world as very distant right now. So what if you kind of incorporate some real world consequences? And he just did that to the extreme.
Yeah, like pinch me, you know?
But what if there's a VR machine that like brands you?
No. See, that's still too much.
See that I could get into. Because like at least like it's not death. Obviously I don't want to die, but it's, there's some stake.
Can't you have a VR machine, like a VR suit that like pinches you really hard or zaps
Yeah, give me
you?
an electric shock.
Or zaps you? You rather be branded?
But I'm talking about something with gusto.
Okay, the shocks hurt
Something that
really hard.
something that really is like I do not want this to happen.
You don't like being shocked? I feel like that would work well. Every bullet is a little zap. I mean, I wouldn't want that. I'd be like, stop.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so.
You can't even get out of a suit.
I can't. I don't want a permanent mark. Branding is very permanent.
Also, what are they like? What is the brand?
Or it's just a little cut.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna cut the same spot over and over.
That
No,
would suck.
No, you're just wearing like a sleeve of X-Acto knives.
No, it's a full body suit, but you keep getting shot in the same spot. It's like, oh god.
I don't know. But
Don't put me in it.
I think he's
I'm not-
onto something there.
I don't think
That's
so.
the point.
I
don't
think
think so.
Pain is coming to VR soon. Not that.
Pain is coming.
Pain
but that
is
means
coming.
Pleasure is coming.
That also means
That's
pleasure is
true.
coming. That is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Like I want to go to a VR strip club and feel the stripper's hand on my chest.
Yes. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I mean,
Well, where was that thought going?
That thought.
Where was
that
that?
one's gonna
Rewind.
stay-
What were you gonna
Where
say?
was that
That one's
thought
gonna
going?
stay locked in the brain.
Nope. Rewind time.
Well,
No, I mean, I was gonna say that.
oh, he's making it up now. Now he's making it up.
No, I'm not. I was gonna say that early on, before VR was really a thing. Like I was into kind of the bridge of technology and masturbatory activities.
What the fuck? Simplify that. Simplify that.
Like I saw
Like a flashlight.
it's like a flashlight, but they have these. This is before pre-VR. They sold this machine that like the inner things of the flashlight squeeze.
Is it the auto blow?
It's not the auto blow.
Names.
I saw
not
it
the
on Dave on Lil
This
Dicky's show.
is a self-contained thing, and at the time, the company who I thought was very cutting edge was going to make videos and sync them up to the video. So essentially, your thing would know when the video started, and the feelings would be exactly the same.
Yeah. So like when the person, he or she, is going up and down.
True.
The machine is going up or
I
down.
also saw a wonderful couples gift. It included a fleshlight and then like a vibrator of sorts, and it was for
Long
distance couples. And whenever he or she inserted it, wherever that was, you now feel it on your penis.
Bro, that's
crazy.
That is way too much work. Just jerk off. Just jerk off. Now I gotta like FaceTime and time up and not pleasure my significant other and this device. I don't want to do that. Just jerk
I
off.
don't know. I feel like that could be even for non-distant relationships. I feel like that could be a good case study or like a learning opportunity for a lot of men because your woman is going to be pleasuring herself, and then you'll know how to really.
Or
Make it happen.
you know what's even better for? They're marketing this all wrong for long distance couples. Market this towards Christian couples. Can't have sex till marriage. Boom.
Damn.
Technology.
Wow. Damn, that's a good idea.
They call me the Elon Musk of sex toys.
They call him.
Wow, that's a great idea.
That is a really good idea.
Keep your virginity safe, locked up, and
So that's good for like the Amish and the Mormons.
I don't think the Amish care about sex.
no, brother.
Bro, the Amish.
I don't know enough.
Well,
But
no, first of all, the Amish can't even.
They just don't use electricity.
Yeah, the Amish can't
you
even
think
use
they're
that.
fucking though?
Oh yeah, they can't.
No, the
use
Amish can't even use that.
yeah,
It's
they-
battery
But the
powered.
Amish fuck for sure.
I don't.
You think they fuck without being married?
Oh, maybe not.
And also, that's really unfortunate. They wouldn't be able to use that. I don't think they.
But the Mormons and the Christians, I think you're really onto something.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
What should we call it though?
Stamp that. The
The promise something
promise vibe.
or
Promise good vibes.
The soul saver.
yeah, the
Save you from eternal damnation.
Chastise.
We'll
work on that.
We'll
Put it in the
workshop
comments.
that.
Put it in
Patent
the comments.
pending.
Workshopping that for sure. You know what? I remembered something that I did a while ago, and it made me laugh again in the car. I was driving to. I was driving to this girl's. I was driving to this
House.
girl's college with her. So it was like a 3-hour trip. And the trip was really long, and like just the radio was playing, and then out of nowhere, I really wanted to hear "Drift Away" by Uncle Kracker. You know, like "Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul."
Yeah.
So like I don't know why I had the desperate need to hear that song, and I asked her to put it on. She put it on, and I'm driving, and the song comes on, and I'm vibing, and like 30 seconds into the song, she decides to tell me a story. Like, all I wanted to do was listen to the song, and now she's telling me a story I swear to God I couldn't care less about. I saw traffic coming on the other side of the road. For a split second, a part of me went, I'm okay crashing the car. I swear to God.
Should have done it.
I hate when that happens.
And then I tucked that away. I was like, all right, this is a real funny moment. And then the trip was still 2 hours left, and I was afraid I would forget it. So I asked her, I said, can you do something for me? But you're going to be really upset about it. And then she said, sure. And she got really nervous. And I said, can you go to your notes and write a scenario where someone really wants to hear a song?
You're a dick.
I said, can you write a scenario where someone really wants to hear a song? And then the person puts it on and tells a story that they care nothing about. And then then you make them write it down to remember it later. And then she didn't talk to me the rest of the trip.
That might be the meanest way to say that. That is so rude.
I said
You could just do. First of all, this is what I do because I've been in that situation. You could just say, "Oh, I love this song," and then turn it up.
During their story?
They're saying something, and you're like, "Oh my God, I love this song," and then you turn it up. It's like you're cutting it off a little bit.
No, I think you just up front, you go, sorry, shush, shut up. Can this wait till after the song, then turn it up? And then when the song's over, tell their boring story.
I couldn't care less about it. But I knew I would forget in the 2-hour drive, so she had to write it down for me.
So those are 3 different scenarios. If you were the person who was telling the story, which one would you rather be told?
I
Definitely not Antonio. We know that. 'Cause that is just so rude for no reason.
I think of funny things while I'm driving, and I forget them sometimes. So I needed her to, and you can't write notes and drive. That's irresponsible. So I needed her to write down that I didn't care anything about her story, and I just wanted to listen to Uncle Kracker.
No, sometimes that happens too with like movies or TV. It's like you put on a movie. It's like I'm trying to show someone a movie, and then they're trying to get all or show. Like I put on Survivor.
Oh God!
And then
don't mess with Danny.
And then all of a sudden, they're trying to Survivor and suck. And I'm like, listen, you can put on whatever you want, and then we could do that, but not during Survivor. Get off me.
This is my time. I need to be completely focused on these random strangers instead of getting sucked.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to do this right now. I'm trying to focus on the entertainment.
See, that's psychotic to me.
Why? It's
good.
the same thing.
No.
Oh, so
Well, I was driving. I'm good
Uncle
for a suck.
Kracker?
I'm good for a suck anytime. I didn't give him that name. Also, I'm good for a suck anytime. Like
I don't know.
Driving,
I don't know who Uncle Kracker is, but I think he's racist.
That's maybe.
He has to be.
I mean, I don't know. It would have been fine.
Either way, you're being rude for Uncle Kracker. I'm being rude for the greatest television show of all time.
I was driving.
All right,
That's a stretch.
You need to relax.
That's a stretch.
You need to relax.
There's not one scenario that I could think of that I wouldn't get stuck doing.
Survivor's not even top 10.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, that's not true. Well, there's not one scenario where that's not.
Not
that's
one.
not true.
Not one scenario.
That's not true.
Name any scenario. I'll get sucked.
Family dinner.
I'm fine with it.
No, you're not.
I'm fine with it.
You're lying.
I'm fine with it.
You're lying. Grandma's funeral.
I'm fine with it.
No, you're not.
I'm fine
You
with
had
it.
to
I'm
think
fine.
about
I had
it.
to think about
No,
it. Fine with it.
no,
Again,
you are
I'm
not.
not getting
You're
sucked.
carrying the casket.
I'm not getting. Oh, so I'm not getting stuck carrying my grandmother's casket.
Well,
I'm
that's
saying-
there's your
in
one.
front of everyone.
yeah. Why does that be? I could go to the bathroom. There's a
Said
bathroom in
name
funeral
one
homes.
scenario.
I'm
They
at
go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I go
Oh,
to a
okay,
bathroom
okay.
in the funeral home.
Okay.
There's not one scenario you catch me. I'm getting sucked.
Prison.
Female guards. I can get sucked.
You think you're?
I'd be hard pressed to find one.
You think you're gonna sway the female prison guards?
Oh, 100%.
Thank you, JT. I appreciate that. Give me
Bro,
some.
the stories come out of all the time about these fucking.
Moral of the story is there is not one scenario where I wouldn't rather get sucked.
boys Christian retreat.
Would you stop trying to get me to say I'll get sucked by a boy or a child or a man?
No, I'm not trying to get you to say
That's
that.
what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to get you to say I won't get sucked here.
Well, all right. So at a boys' Christian youth camp, they have to have mothers. I'll get sucked by a
They're
mother.
not there. And do
They drop them
ha-
off.
and-
They drop them off.
Thank you,
And,
Jason.
Pick
do
'em
they
up.
do they have to have mothers?
Most
What
of
if-
them.
I
do.
think-
What if the mothers got killed on the bus ride back? All of them, every single one.
So they have to have a grandma that someone's picking them up.
Jesus.
Someone's picking them up.
I just don't believe you.
Getting sucked.
I
Cards.
don't even know. Yeah, let's.
Oh, scroll through them.
Right now, the biggest Powerball at time of recording is $2 billion.
Wait, did someone win?
Yeah, someone won it.
What?
Someone won it. It's over.
Oh, jeez.
You had
Wait,
your hopes
did
up?
they? Who?
Wait, who won it?
Some person in California, you know, the state that had the problem,
No, that was Connecticut.
and California, those two states.
Wait, the state that had the problem?
Like the drawing got
Got delayed.
Yeah,
and it
got
was
delayed.
because of like Connecticut and California, and then coincidentally, the person
Oh,
who won
God.
was in California. It's a finagle out there.
Wait, so someone did win? Are you sure about that?
Promise.
Okay.
Why you were hoping?
Well, yeah.
you buy
Well,
tickets?
this is what I was gonna say.
I bought
I feel like a lottery ticket is like everybody knows you're not gonna win, but it feels like it's like a thought train ticket. Like I spend $3 or $2 on it. I spend $6, get 3 games, and then for like 10 hours I can escape into my mind and be like, man, what am I gonna do with my fucking $500 million?
Yeah, there's definitely not one person that doesn't hold the ticket they bought in their hand and go, okay, well, now I'm in fantasy land until I get upset.
And honestly, to me, just that night of bliss is totally worth it because
That is
because I can
ridiculous.
because I can, you know, at any point I can just say, oh, what would life be like with unlimited money? But it doesn't feel real when you're holding something in your hand that there's a chance it can be. There's just this thought pattern that is so powerful, and I love it.
Danny is a huge. I'm gonna make present Danny happy and don't care about future Danny.
No, but
'Cause
that's not true.
No, because that is so. If you like that, that is you really enjoying that hour that it gives you or whatever, and then just inevitably when you get disappointed, it has to be worse. So you don't care about that Danny that's in that worse feeling. You care about the Danny holding the ticket.
Well, first of all, everybody knows that that's not true. I am especially notoriously drunk Danny. Super cares about sober Danny. I'll always wake up. I'll check my fridge. There's like a Gatorade and half a sandwich left, just for you.
There are a lot of moments where you look at someone and the decisions they're making right now, and you realize, oh, this person doesn't care about future this person.
Yeah,
Like this Betty doesn't care about future Betty. There's no water by the bed. She's still drinking. The husband's gonna call. It's all over.
I tend to care. I tend to care about future Danny, but I don't think that. You know, the realization that I either didn't win, which I just found out,
Happening live.
or you know that it might not happen. The decline doesn't bother me.
So what?
Like
what
it just,
was
I
your,
just love the fantasization of it.
What was your
That's the
fantasy?
word.
It's something like that.
What was your fantasy?
Yeah, what would you
were
want-
you planning to do with all this cash?
I don't know. You know,
You had 10 hours to think about
Yeah,
it.
you just said you were doing it for 10 hours.
It's just a jubilation of not having to worry anymore. You know, not having to worry
Hey,
about anything.
More money, more problems, babe.
No, but that's not. Then bring on the problems.
Bring on the problems, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be one of those lottery winners that goes broke after? Because I do.
Him for
No,
sure.
no way. I mean,
No way?
I mean, if you have $600 million and you just put $200 million to some guy, it's almost impossible to go broke.
Ponzi.
It really is.
He gives it all the Ponzi.
Yeah, you
No.
give it all to
Ponzi
the-
2.0.
I mean,
Yeah.
you just
Michael
Invest-
Ponzi, nice to meet you.
invents in
even if
Enron.
you put $200 million in like an account that just accumulates
Interest,
some
yeah.
wealth, it is almost impossible to go broke.
At least he kind of knows what he's talking about.
Little bit, little
Semi.
bit.
I mean,
10%.
it's true. If you're talking about I'm a lottery winner of $10 million, going broke, without a doubt.
That's
I'm
so
terrible,
ridiculous.
That's so much money.
terrible. I mean, and maybe not. Maybe I'll hit something again. I mean, because
What does that mean?
First of all,
you hit it.
if
What
you
else
win-
do you have to hit?
if
Danny's
you win the
counting on
lottery,
hitting it,
you're going
hitting it.
again. You got it. But no, I mean, $10 million you can go broke with easily.
This is psychotic. This is that.
You
Do you
can.
understand that mindset means that it doesn't matter if you had $3 billion, you're also going broke.
No, again,
It doesn't matter.
It's not that
No,
mindset.
if you get $10 million, you should absolutely, under no circumstances, go broke.
Okay. Well, fine. If I get $2 million, a lot of people go broke with $2 million.
two-
The problem is, you will go broke with $10 million. I agree that you would.
I don't think I would.
You just
You
said
just
you
said
would.
absolutely
You
you
just
are.
said undeniably.
Sure.
You just said that if I hit the lottery for $10 million, I need to hit
Well,
it again.
I'm being
Facetious.
funny. I'm being funny for the crowd
This
over
is-
here.
this is humor masking truth.
I would.
You don't believe what you're saying.
No,
right
I
now.
do. I do. I've learned from my mistakes, and I would put money in the responsible places. But the point is that's what I'm saying, is that I don't have to worry about that, because when I'm poised to win $700 million, I don't have to care about it. I don't have to care about anything. All I have to care about is coming here and talking to you.
But also being $1 billion richer.
It wouldn't change.
Get the fuck
Oh
out of
my
my
God.
house, bitch! Are you crazy?
That's
You're
probably
s-
something I would do.
If you had that's fine. If you had, so that's immediately changing. If you had
Well,
a,
no, it would.
if you-
I'm saying it wouldn't change.
You're saying if
it
you-
wouldn't change. I would still do the podcast.
that's
Oh,
that's,
look at this
no,
guy.
What a nice
What
guy.
a
Well, yeah,
guy.
well, like,
That's
I hope-
exactly what. That's what I all just said. I said either
No,
way.
no,
I would
no,
spend
you
$10
said it
million.
wouldn't change.
You said you
you.
wouldn't change. You with
I'd-
$1 billion would be a monster.
100%.
I mean, a good person.
I didn't say you would be bad towards us, but you would be an unbelievable monster.
To who?
Anybody.
To who?
Anybody
so
else.
you just said towards you. So,
Anybody else.
Why?
It's just in
Why?
you.
Tell me one way I would be a monster. Honestly, you could say I'm irresponsible with money all you want, but I'm not a monster in any way. In fact, I'll probably help too many people.
This is what
you're
having
not-
a ticket and hopes does.
I mean,
it causes
you're-
arguments. This is
mean,
what the
you're
money
right.
would do.
I mean, you're right. I am fiscally I have been known to be fiscally irresponsible at times, but it's always because I'm either buying shit, I'm buying rounds for a bar that I can't afford, or I'm doing this or that.
I can't
I'm not
afford.
a monster to anybody. In what way?
Well, you don't have the $1 billion yet.
In what way could I be a monster?
It's
in what way?
It's the same way how every single person with $1 billion becomes a monster. It's
I
the
don't know if
same
you're
way.
a monster. You definitely would change.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle would
Yes,
greatly change.
Probably.
Every part
Which
of you
would change you.
Everything would change.
Everything would change.
If every
Not saying you'd
single
be bad or good, but everything would
if
change.
every single thing about your life changes because you have $1 billion, you will change. You will change.
Maybe.
Impossible.
No, I mean, I'm open to that hypothesis.
Danny,
Do you think you would change?
1,000% yes.
Do you think you would change?
I go in 10 million. I would still live here.
I
I
know,
would order Uber Eats more.
We're not talking about 10 million. We're talking about 600 million.
I'd still live here. I would order Uber Eats more.
I believe that. JT,
I would get a Tesla though. I'll tell you that.
JT picks a cave and lives in it.
Yep.
I see. First thing I do.
You'd
is,
be gone.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't go far. I was just about to say. First thing I do is I go to those old people next door and I'd say, hey, I'm buying you a retirement home. Get out of this house. It's mine now.
That is also what I would do.
And then we have the two
and then we have a
properties.
2-house. We can make a big backyard.
Also, as soon as Danny finds out that he has $1 billion and a private jet anywhere costs like $30K a pop, he's not living here. He'll just be like, all right, yeah, just tell me an hour before I'll hop on the jet.
Well, I always have my home. I've always said this.
Your
no matter,
home base?
No matter where I live, I'll always have my home base,
Safe.
and it will always be in New York.
Safe.
Always.
Yeah, it's just in the penthouse of the NYC fucking.
I would buy probably.
like
I would probably buy a cozy, Manhattan.
Isn't there like
penthouse, a cozy Manhattan, little quaint Manhattan, $20 billion man.
there's like a $250 million penthouse in Manhattan, right?
There is, yeah.
Then you would
Can't buy that.
I can't buy
Even
that.
with $1 billion, can't buy that.
No,
Also, I think that's like a sports team. They have to be selling it. You can't just buy things sometimes,
There's a lot of multi-million-dollar apartments in New York City that are owned by like Russian oligarchs and
That
have
sounds-
nobody. There's nobody even lives in them.
I swear to God, I've never heard that word till right now.
Oligarch,
No idea.
really?
But I think it's been
It
big
just-
with the
it
whole
is-
Ukraine thing.
It essentially means, and I think this is right, but it means like a rich person whose wealth is tied up in
Oil.
political
You could think.
figures.
I feel like you could think of it kind of like like medieval times, like a noble. It's like a Russian noble.
yeah.
What does that
It's like a
mean?
guy tied to the government, has a ton of money, and maybe the money ties
It's the
are to the government.
So like the Russian master of coin, whatever the fuck.
No, it's like they're not government officials, but again, their wealth is tied to the government. Whether
Like with a string.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Now I got it.
all right,
Thank you.
So we hit 250 Twitch subs.
Oh.
257, I think.
Hell yeah!
Plug it. Plug that shit.
Plug
Yeah.
that shit.
I stream, and so does Danny on twitch.tv/PickyBoyStreaming. And we have sub goals, just kind of random, whatever people want. And we just hit 250, which Danny had a 200 sub goal, and I have a 251. So now we have to do both.
Yeah,
What do you
and
have to
it's
do?
gonna be we're gonna be dyeing our hair in some way. With this, the jury's still out on exactly who's dyeing what, and
What?
what's going on there. But we will be probably talking about it in our next Twitch stream. So go to Picky Boys streaming. So what was it? What is it? Twitch.tv. Picky Boys streaming. Give us a follow.
Well,
Whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever.
The jury seemed pretty in on what they want me to do.
That's
which
true.
was, unfortunately, I have to dye my hair pink, which I'll do.
All right.
Tell them where they can find you, JT.
Find me on Instagram at JTHolden97 and find me streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/PickyBoyStreaming.
You can find me at Danny is watching on Instagram.com.
That's not right.
I mean,
Technically
is.
that is right. If you who uses Instagram on the desktop?
It's the new wave.
Oh, it's the new wave. Oh, I'm so sorry. You can find me at Ant Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
The Picky Boys podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the Patreon, the merch, the Twitch, and have a wonderful day. Mwah.